That's the image, and she's wiped an ink into the sandblast. So everything you see is black is actually a sandblasted surface that the ink is squeegeed into and then wiped, so that the sandblast has such a texture that it holds the ink in the sandblast. Now we're going to do a color blend over the top that'll go from kind of a dark sepia brown and then fade to transparent, so to create kind of a landscape kind of effect. The glass plate in this case is made photographically, where she has images that are on a transparency, like a phototype. It's like photocopy transparency, basically, high contrast, clear acetate sheet that has the image on it. We cover the plate, we expose a sheet of film. There's some blue sheets on the wall over there. That's photosensitive film that basically the film, once it's exposed and washed out, the open areas where they're not exposed to the light wash out, remove themselves, and those are the areas that are open to the sandblast. And all the blue area that you see on those films, that's actually, the material is a sandblast resist. So we can sandblast these, 40 pounds PSI with pretty heavy grit, 120 to 80 grit, and we're actually eating out the glass in the actual image area. And so the capacity to use things like sandblasters or engraving tools are things that you can do on glass in a certain manner that you can't do on any other traditional printmaking substrate. So there's a lot of other advantages too. You can see through the plate, so you can register things and position things, and you can't see through traditional printmaking plates, so you don't have the ability to position and just to have that kind of perception of the image. You can always see what the image looks like by looking through the back of the plate, so you can, both orientation and color quality, etc. It holds very pure color. Unlike copper, zinc, lithographic stones, other surfaces, there's a purity of color that you don't get from those other media. Yeah, it's beautifully simple. Materially, there's a nice kind of minimal quality to it, but it's also amazing in that what you can do into glass really has an interesting kind of extension of what normally you would do, say, in traditional printmaking, what you do in copper and zinc and on lithography stones, etc. Okay, this is called a color blend. We have to use the big roller, because we have to get one clean revolution without any marks. So see on the bottom of the roller there's a big mark there. So we're trying to get a perfect resolution across.
What pressure should this be at?
0 and 6.
Yeah, zero, right, kind of right at 6. I think, yeah, that's it. Does it feel kind of light?
No, I think so.
Okay. Something really nice about just the general classes, you can see that that's why I mentioned everybody's kind of where they're from, is not only the diversity of the representation of different countries and different approaches, artistic approaches, different experiences, etc. But then, just for example, not to embarrass him, but Michael Rogers, who happens to be taking my class, has also taught here himself, and he's the head of the glass program at Rochester Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
So here's a kind of a colleague of mine in my class, which just is a wonderful experience for me, hopefully for him as well.